you doing, everybody? Welcome to my channel. This is You Too Can Be Great. This is the Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta Season 4, Episode 3 review. Word on the streets. So before I get to my review and whatnot, I do want to apologize for not being able to do the reviews this week. I've been kind of hectic. I don't know what people think that YouTube pays you so much money. No, I got a full-time job and a part-time job, and I got a wedding to pay for. So I've been out here grinding, and there's a lot of stuff going on in my house. So I'm sorry that I've been a little late in the reviews, but I'm going to do my best to catch up. Now, Growing Up Hip Hop started off where it left off last week because Deb decided to have this little meeting, little powwow, some ponderosa with all the people, and she wanted to make it a bone of contention to let people know that she is a Trump supporter. Am I a Trump supporter? Hell no. You can't pay me enough. And I know some people might say things like, well, you know, people, I think she makes some ignorant comment later on, say half people don't know why they don't support him. No, I know exactly why I don't support him. Even if we put politics aside, for me personally, I don't support men who are out there cheating on their wives left and right and lying about it. I don't support men who thinks it's okay to grab a woman by the pussy and it's cool. I don't support a businessman. And a businessman mindset, there's a little bit of selfishness about it. The man, in my opinion, didn't have any experiences or any experience in this field or anything that I would say makes him the type of person that I want to be in charge of the most powerful country in the world. That's just my personal opinion, in the sense that he's a business. He knows business. He's all about business. When it comes to the social aspect of things, I don't feel like he was very well aware of it. And I feel like he kind of didn't get how in-depth things could be, because here we had that whole Capitol scenario, and while he may not say, oh, I agree with everything that they were saying, they were walking around with swastika signs, all this crazy stuff, it's almost like he fed off of the anger and he manipulated them, which is what a lot of business people do. In order for you to get rich, you got to step on a few people. You got to be selfish. If you have to manipulate some people, so be it. And so that's the mindset I felt like he had. And so I don't feel like, personally for him, I wouldn't choose him as my president. That's just me in particular. I don't think that, I know 70 some odd million people chose him, so I don't know why they're making it such a big deal that Deb is a Trump supporter. Why? Why? She's a Trump supporter, okay? You mean we don't have to have the same agreements? I know that people might say, oh, we can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree, but I don't understand Deb's mindset, but I don't think that they should make an entire show about it. We're on episode 4. It is boring as hell, and they keep making this a topic to follow. First episode, we're talking about her being a Trump supporter. Second episode, walk us in, oh my gosh, I don't know if I should tell like Tammy that Deb is a Trump supporter. She gonna go crazy. Then we in the 4th episode now, and Walker's gotta go tell Tammy that she's a Trump supporter, and everybody gotta go and talk about it, and we gotta make sure that everybody knows, oh my gosh, she is. I think it's dumb. I think it's unreasonable to even make a show out of that nonsense. So what? She is that. I don't understand it. I don't agree with it. Personally, I don't even do politics in my mind. I'm into it, but when the people would say, oh, I'm staunch Republicans and staunch Democrats, I don't roll for that, because I know that there's some things that I know that both parties have manipulated society for. Republicans, in my mind, are usually some of the most hypocritical people I've ever seen. They're the ones who claim religion and stuff like that, but then they're also the ones who cheat on their wives. They're also the one who be in your business and tell you what you're supposed to do about whether you want to have a kid or not. They try to put in rules to control people's personal decisions, and they use God as a little window or door for the decisions that they make. On the other hand, Democrats tend to always they always address the community that will get them the votes. If it's the black community, they will address it. If it's the LGBTQ community, they'll focus on that during the political aspect of it. But then when they get the vote and it's time for them to do it, they just all of a sudden forget about what it is they promised until the next 4 years. So I've never really stood by staunchly on either one. I just know that this past president that we had, I just didn't like the level of animosity that came with him. I think that if he was just in office, did what he did, and he was very careful about what he was saying and the people that he was giving the okay to go out there and be racist and stuff like that, I probably would have just ignored him like all the other people. But for them to now put it here and make Deb the topic of it, I feel like, I don't know if it's a storyline, or I don't know if it's for real, for real. I said in my last review that I think it was a storyline, because I'm not buying it. But as I'm watching this episode, I'm thinking maybe she really is. But even if she is, why make it the full topic of the show? I don't get it. We got Bow Wow talking to Pimpin, who we learn later on is now Diamond's ex. And they're talking, and Bow Wow is still on his, playboy, child, immature shit. You know, he wants to be single. He loves being single. But then they're still talking about this music that they're going to put out. It's always, we're in season 4. Every season I see him, it's like he's got to put out some music, but that music never makes it to the shelf. Hell, we don't hear about it. We don't know the topic of it. We don't know nothing. This is going to be season 5, and we're still going to be working on that damn final album as usual. Then we have, Pimpin telling Bow Wow that he is no longer in a relationship with Diamond, but Bow Wow's response is again, and I'm thinking, so this is one of them relationships where we're going to end up in love, we're going to love each other, kiss, and do all the things that married people are supposed to do, but we ain't married, sinning as much as we want to. And then once the honeymoon phase is over, we get into a fight, you cheating on me. With Pimpin spending a lot of time around Bow Wow, and Bow Wow going out of his way, having all these lavish parties, spending money, wasting money, wanting to have beautiful girls around him all the time. Do I think that the chance for Pimpin to cheat on Diamond is very real? Yes, because Pimpin puts himself around somebody who has been known to cheat on his girlfriend. Bow Wow cheats on almost every single girl he dates. Okay, so if you're gonna hang around that type of person, it's only a matter of time before they rub off on you. So that's probably one of the problems that him and Diamond are having, because Diamond probably feels like he's out there playing her. Then we have another scene where we see Waka now go to tell Tammy that Deb is a Trump supporter, and Tammy's like, I don't even know if I want to have to disown my mother-in-law. And I'm like, it ain't that serious. I mean, it ain't that serious. Deb is a businesswoman. What Trump's ideology fits whatever she wants. She selfishly wants things to work in her life. She says she like how things are for her. She like the money. She like being, she's on the level where if you have a business or if you're rich, it works in your favor. So is that selfish mentality? Can I blame her for it? No. This entire country is a business. Okay, United States of America is a corporation. It's a big ass business with little businesses running inside. Somebody always got to be at the bottom. Everybody can't be rich. And if Deb feels like what he's doing is benefiting her, so be it. She only going to worry about herself and herself alone. That's all that matters. Then we have the next situation that happened that I recall, because I don't have no notes, because I feel like this show is boring as hell, and I just want to talk to you about the most important things to keep it pushing. So, okay, sorry about that, because my kids are acting crazy. Upstairs, I'm not done. Now, I'm sitting here and I'm just like, okay, so if I was going to talk about something on this show, I'm only going to talk about the things that are relevant. In this case, they made Deb an issue. The only other thing I want to talk about is when Deb goes to meet up with Johnny. Y'all remember last episode, Johnny had a little bit of anxiety and an emotional outbreak, and they had to have the EMT or whatever people come over there and to try and make sure she's okay. And Deb is talking to Johnny, and I said that Johnny has always been the person who gets in her own way, because I'm hearing her singing, and Johnny has a beautiful voice. Like when she sings, it's so soothing. To me, I feel like Johnny could have been bigger and better than Keisha Cole and Ashanti. They just had their versus battle. I feel like her voice is on that level to where she could have done all that. And she said that she plays 6 instruments. So there's no way that Johnny shouldn't have made it in life, but she has always gotten in her way. I really wish, because I think she's beautiful, I really wish that things would have worked out for her. But I'm hearing her talk, and there's a little bit of, I want love, I want kids, I want the dream of having a family of my own. I'm getting older, and I'm just feeling like nothing I've ever wanted in life has been accomplished. My career is not there, my relationship is not there, me being a mom, it's like I'm not winning in any aspects of the situation of my life that I would want it to be. And it's just too much, because I'm at the point where it's something, I just need one of them to fall through. Either if my career is not gonna work, at least I got a man, or I got a kid, or I got something to hold on to. And I can understand how that could break somebody down, because I could get that, you're in the point where you're like, is there anything gonna go good for me? I already had a prostitute. I already had to do all these crazy things. I've already been in an abusive situation. I already had men treat me badly. I already been called a hoe. I've already had people treat me like I'm just a piece of garbage. Hell, it's just like I keep having all these wrong things. I'm just angry inside, and I don't know how to control it. But now I'm here and I'm thinking human beings should want to be nice to people. Human beings should want to be good to people. Human beings should want to love. But a lot of people that you give love to, they take advantage of who you are, and they use and abuse you until you ain't got nothing left to give. And that's generally what happens to people who come from Johnny's background. They don't get into relationships with people that don't respect them. At the end of the day, you saw what Stevie J did to Jocelyn when things didn't work out his way. He called her prostitute and a hoe, and this girl was trying to pour all the love she had in somebody that would never respect her because of her background and her attitude. That's the type of relationship that Johnny always finds herself in. And I feel for her. I really wish that things will work out for her. I really wish that someone would give her a chance musically, because I see some people out here who are singers and rappers, and to me, their talent is not up to par if you remove the auto-tune. Okay, you turn that off and you can hear the real voice and it sounds like shit. Johnny actually has a beautiful voice outside of that. And so I really wish things would have worked out for her. But I see Deb talking to her, and Deb say, you know, I was scared when you told me that you weren't answering your phone and you said you don't want to be here. I hope that, suicide is not something that I'll have to deal with Johnny. And, she needs to go see a professional, and I hope she finds help. Then the last thing I want to talk about is, Diamond going to talk to Pimpin in the studio because apparently Pimpin needed to sign her split sheets, which I think is bullshit. I think that was also a reason for her to go and see him, because they had broken up and clearly you could tell they miss each other, because they've done this back and forth thing for a long time. So she goes to talk to him after talking to Brat about the split sheets, and him this has never been a problem until apparently now that it broke up. So she goes in there and talks to him, and she wears Diamond's, I don't know how she got so skinny, but she's really skinny. Diamond has a really beautiful face, but I wish she was the way she was a few years ago when she first came out, when she was a shorter boy. She had a nice figure to her. Now she just looks too tiny to me. But she goes in there and she wants him to sign a split sheet, but she don't want him just to sign her split sheet. She also wants to question him about the threesome he must have had when he went to Florida with Bow Wow. And stuff like that. She wants to get some closure, because this is probably the reason why they broke up in the first place, is this fight. She didn't have time to think about it. She didn't have time to make excuses in her head for him. She didn't have time to put that horrible ass ponytail in her head. Hell, she need to get rid of that ponytail as much as she need to get rid of Pimpin. Both of them need to go. But she's here now. She misses him. She says she misses not waking up to him. And I'm just looking at him. I'm thinking, what you miss, girl? Because I don't see it. But she went in there, and it seems like you can tell that they have a certain level of connection and a love. There's love there. It's obvious. I don't think that there's respect there, though, because I think if y'all have broken up, gone back together, broken up and got back together, broken up and got back together, it gets to a point to where it's like the kid who cried wolf. I know you're going to take me back if I cheat on you, because you've taken me back so many other times. What's the difference now? What's the difference? What's new? Because if I cheat, you're going to keep taking me. So what's the problem? But Diamond is sitting up there. He signs the sheet and she goes, you missed this puss. I'm like, is that supposed to be romantic? If I think somebody had a threesome on me and they cheated on me and I go in there to get some sign, the last time I'm going to be talking about is my vagina. Because as far as I'm concerned, you can miss that along with my voice and my face. If I didn't have to see you, I wouldn't see you. That's how I look at it. But we already see that they're going to get back together. It's just a matter of time, because you can see them flirting. You can see them into each other. It's still there. But Pimpin is not going to stop hanging around with Bow Wow. And Bow Wow is never going to grow the fuck up. And this show is never going to be such as boring as it's been. I don't know what the hell's. I almost want them to bring back Romeo and Bow Wow and put them in the same show and have Angela there trying to pretend like she's still like Romeo when she's just using him for the show and for the credits. Hell, bring back Brianna Latrice and that crazy ass boyfriend of hers that sound like he's crying whenever he sings. Bring Pepe's little delusional ass and the men that control her. Do something. But this episodes that they're doing from Real Housewives of Atlanta to this, I'm almost like, why are you punishing us? We're supposed to be reviewing these shows and you got to give us something to review. Right now, you trying to use this whole Deb situation is bull. It's boring. I don't like it. Let's see what's going to happen next week. Give me something else. Because if we get to episode 7 and they're still talking about this, I'm just going to cuss everybody in that show out. And the producers and everybody who made it. I'm going to tell y'all wasting my time. And y'all need to go ahead and get original material. That's what you need to do. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening.